Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would everyone please rise, remove your hats, and join our South Fayette High School band in the playing of the national anthem. Please welcome Maddie Stock for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, it is my privilege to welcome Dr. Michelle Miller, our Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here tonight to celebrate the class of 2026 as they graduate tonight. My name is Michelle Miller, and I'm the very proud superintendent of our school district. As we begin tonight's ceremony, I would like to recognize some individuals with us this evening who have been instrumental in the education provided at South Fayette. First and foremost, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our educators for all that they do. They model tradition, pride, and excellence, and help create opportunities for Hawaiian learners to excel in academics, arts, and athletics. Our educators are invested in the success of our graduates. They are true champions, and we appreciate all that they do. In addition, governance and leadership are also critical to the success of any organization, and I am blessed to work alongside incredible board members and administrators. With me this evening are our community members who serve on the South Fayette Board of School Directors. These individuals serve our students, parents, and community through their unwavering commitment to our children's education. In every decision, they are future-focused, student-centered, and innovation-driven. I would ask that our board members present this evening stand to be recognized. They are President Bill Gray, Vice President Len Frenella, Rebecca Bruce, Teresa Burrows, Esther Cardillo, Michael Galani, Tom Agnema, Jason Alexa, and Joseph Welch. Please join me in thanking them for their leadership. Also at this time, it is my honor to acknowledge the South Fayette School Administration and Leadership Team. It is their unwavering dedication and vision that helps our district be one of the most sought out districts in the region for families to educate their children. I would ask that our leadership team members attending this evening's ceremony to please stand so that they could be recognized. And now, although I do want to address our graduates, I first want to speak to another group of people present this evening. I would like to acknowledge the parents and caregivers of the students in the class of 2026. Because while tonight is a graduation for these students seated on the field tonight, In many ways, it's a graduation for you too. Tonight, you are not simply watching your child enter a new chapter in their life. You too are seeing your journey shift. For the past 13 school years, family life has revolved around permission slips, practices, rehearsals, homework, forgotten lunches, late-night conversations, and hearing the words, "Can you help me?" No one hands you a diploma for your part in supporting your child through their education. No one stands on this stage and reads aloud all of the sacrifices that you have made. The invisible moments, the worry, the encouragement, all of the rides, the cheering from the sidelines, the difficult conversations, the unconditional love. But it is and will always be quite real, and it matters more than anything. Tonight, as your child walks across this stage, you are letting go of a version of parenthood that you've lived inside every single day for nearly 2 decades. And as much as you are so proud, I'm sure you have a little bit of grief as well, because you know things are changing. The routines will change, the house will feel different, the questions they ask might be fewer, and the realization sets in that time moves much faster than we ever imagined it would. Yet what I hope you know tonight is this: the impact that you made does not end here. The love, values, resilience, compassion, strength that you have poured into your child is evident as they walk across this stage tonight, and how they will continue their journey into adulthood. And while they may need you differently moving forward, they will always need you. To our class of 2026, never forget the people who sat beside you through every chapter that brought you to this moment. The people who believed in you for fully believing in yourself, before you fully believed in yourself. The people who celebrated your successes, helped carry you through your struggles. Tonight is not simply about receiving a diploma. It's about honoring the journey, a journey filled with teachers who inspired you, friends who supported you, coaches who challenged you, families who sacrificed for you, and a community that believes in your future. Graduates, as you leave here tonight, carry forward hope, carry forward humility, carry forward the responsibility to make the lives of others better because you were here. And parents, families, caregivers, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your child. Thank you for partnering with us. Thank you for every unseen act of love that helped make tonight possible for your child. To the class of 2026, your future is unwritten, your possibilities are endless, and your story is just beginning. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, I would invite our principal, Dr. Natasha Durda, to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Miller, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 98th annual South Fayette graduation ceremony. We would like to welcome all of the families, friends, loved ones, staff members, administrators, board of directors, and our entire South Fayette Township school community for being here this evening to show your love and support for our 267 graduates that we're here to celebrate, recognize, and honor this evening. My name is Natasha Durda, and it is an absolute honor and privilege to serve as the principal at South Fayette Township High School. I would like to begin by extending our deepest gratitude and appreciation to the staff members that were committed to making sure that our commencement ceremony was everything that our class of 2026 deserves. Our staff is unbelievably dedicated, and they go above and beyond to make sure that each and every one of our students are supported in every possible way. Mrs. Jody Hawley, the work that you've done in pouring your love into tonight's commencement ceremony is unmatched. We cannot thank you enough. Mr. Steve Timmons, Mr. Brandon Suby, Mr. Rob Warfield, and the rest of our faculty and staff that helped us to get prepared for this evening. We cannot thank you enough, and to all of our field marshals here this evening. We're thrilled to have our elementary, intermediate, and middle school principals and members of their staff here this evening. Thank you for celebrating our seniors, and thank you for all that you have done for your consistent commitment to our students' success. I'd like to take a moment and ask our South Fayette faculty and staff members that are present here this evening to please stand to be recognized. All that you do for our students. Tonight, we would like to recognize an additional special award, our annual South Fayette Education Association Book Stipend Scholarship, which is presented on behalf of our South Fayette faculty. It is traditionally given to the highest ranking senior or seniors who will be pursuing the field of education as their major. We are honored this evening to recognize this year's recipients, Maria Gabriel and Kendall Hammer. If you two could please stand, Maria Gabriel and Kendall Hammer. Congratulations, ladies, and your future students are blessed to have you as teachers down the road. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. Additionally, it is with great pleasure to recognize our 10 distinguished seniors who have received the Outstanding Performance for Scholarship by achieving the highest grade point averages in our class of 2026. They have worked very hard throughout their high school experiences and deserve to be recognized this evening. Seniors that have been awarded the Scholarship for Outstanding Academic Performance, can you please stand to be recognized? At this time, it's my honor to ask Mr. TJ Salapak to please come to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Durda. Good evening, everyone. My name is TJ Salopek, and it is an honor and privilege to serve as one of the assistant principals at South Fayette High School. This evening, I would like to take the opportunity for a special recognition. We would like to acknowledge the exceptional young men and women among us who have made the profound commitment to serve our nation. Whether you are entering the United States Armed Forces, enrolling in an ROTC program, or chosen as a path defined by selflessness, bravery, and a deep sense of duty. Freedoms we hold dear, and you have our ultimate respect. To our South Fayette students joining the military, attending an academy, or enrolling in an ROTC program, please stand now so that we may collectively express our deepest gratitude for your courageous decision to serve our great nation. Thank you. Additionally, we also want to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of our graduates who have dedicated themselves to mastering valuable skills and trades through our partnership with Parkway West Career and Technical Center. Our students have not only excelled in their academic studies, but have also proactively pursued specialized training, equipping themselves with the practical knowledge and expertise that will empower them to pursue their specialized career interests. To our South Fayette students, who are also graduates of Parkway West CTC, please stand and be recognized for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to your passions and interest in pursuit of your career goals. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome Mrs. Tanya O'Brien to the podium. Thank you.
Good evening.
Before we continue this evening's celebration, we would like to take a moment to honor a member of the class of 2026, Tanner Reed Young, whose absence is deeply felt by our school community. Though Tanner is not with us today, he remains an important part of this class and will always hold a special place in the hearts of his classmates, teachers, family, and friends. At this time, we invite you to join us in a moment of silence as we honor Tanner's memory and reflect on the impact he had on those who knew and loved him. Thank you. As we continue this evening's celebration, we do so with gratitude for the memories we share and the lasting connections that make the class of 2026 so special. At this time, please join me in welcoming Dr. Durda back to the podium to share her message with our senior class.
To our class of 2026, on behalf of our South Fayette High School faculty and staff, we could not be more proud of the remarkable young adults that you've become. While preparing for this evening, in all honesty, I found it to be extremely challenging and emotional to even find words that I'd like to express to all of you as our South Fayette class of 2026. As you guys are embarking on a new chapter in your lives, I am also getting ready to embark on a new chapter in mine. And knowing that this will be the last opportunity that I have the privilege of sharing a message with a graduating class has brought many different emotions to the forefront. During your 10th grade year, I will never forget how you welcomed me to Lion Country with the most genuine and heartwarming care and excitement. I have since had the privilege of watching you welcome Mr. Salopek and Mrs. O'Brien to South Fayette with that same care and excitement. You have created an environment of deep love and care and genuine connection that shines through our school and through our community. As you embark on the next chapter in your lives, there will inevitably be challenges, barriers, and obstacles. Continue to navigate those challenges with grace, dignity, and respect. Always stay true to your morals, your ethics, and your values. That's about knowing who you are and what you stand for. Embrace your own unique strengths and your passions. In a world that will try to convince you to fit in or to be someone you're not, I challenge you to be authentically and unapologetically you, because you are exactly what our world needs. To the parents, guardians, caretakers, grandparents that are with us tonight, I'm sure that there may have been moments where you question, did I do everything that I could to raise an incredible human who will make our world a better place? On behalf of our staff, I assure you that we have seen your children in those quiet moments when they didn't even know we were watching to when they would shine under the spotlight, and you should not question what incredible humans you have raised. To our seniors, I'd like for you to take a moment to look up into the stands to your family, your friends, your loved ones who have showed up here this evening. They love it, love it. They have helped you to get where you are today. They have molded you into the young adults that you are. Seniors, please share your love and appreciation with your families by giving them a loud round of applause. Seniors, to your loved ones. Seniors, we hope that you never forget the incredible impact that you have left on our high school and on Lion Country. You are 267 resilient, compassionate, and inspiring members of our graduating class. As you continue on your journey of becoming the best versions of yourself, continue to lift those up around you and continue to make our world a better place. We will miss you more than you'll ever know. You have forever made your mark on us and South Fayette, and it has been the deepest honor to watch you grow and to watch you shine. We're wishing you all the best, and congratulations to our very own South Fayette class of 2026. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Divya Paloria to the podium.
Traditionally, each year, our talented art students are invited to design a piece that represents their senior class. The senior class then votes to select the artwork that best captures their shared experience. This piece will proudly join those displayed throughout the hallways of South Fayette High School. This year's class of 2026 Lion Hall was created by a single artist whose dedication and creativity truly stand out. I have had the pleasure of knowing this student and have seen firsthand the time and effort that went into bringing this piece to life. It is my honor to introduce the 2026 Lion Hall senior artist, Anya Ngadi. Please join me in welcoming Anya to share a few words about her artwork and what it means to her and the class of 2026.
Good evening. I'm honored to have been able to draw this year's Lion Hall, and I'm so excited to share with you all the meaning of my artwork. Before I do so, though, I would like to take a moment to thank my art teachers, Mrs. Contis and Miss DeFelice, for their guidance and mentorship throughout high school. My drawing features a bright-eyed lion cub looking upwards into a sky full of golden sparkles. The cub's wide eyes reflect curiosity and wonder as it looks towards the shimmering lights above. The cub represents us, the class of 2026, as we look forward to the endless possibilities before us. Throughout our high school journey, we faced challenges, celebrated successes, and made friends along the way. And now, as we prepare to step out into the world, we carry with us everything we've learned here. As we prepare to move forward, I hope that we continue to look upwards, towards new opportunities, bright futures, and a world of possibilities. I'm so proud to be a part of this class, and congratulations to the graduating senior class of 2026. Thank you so much. At this time, please welcome Hannah Ye to the podium.
Each year at commencement, our Vocal Point Select Choir performs a song chosen especially for the graduating class. Tonight's selection, Time to Rise, reflects the journey of the class of 2026 and the exciting future ahead of us. At this time, the Vocal Point Select Choir, directed by Miss Christine Ellick, will perform Time to Rise.
Miss Ellick and Vocal Point Select Choir, thank you so much for a beautiful performance this evening. We so appreciate your senior song every year. At this time, I'm thrilled to announce our 3 senior commencement speakers who were selected through an audition process by a panel of faculty members and students to serve the South Fayette class of 2026 senior speakers. We are very proud to have these incredible seniors represent our very own class of 26. Malik Saeed, Paige Declois, and Zion Kareem. Please join me. Please join me in welcoming Malik Saeed to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Malik Saeed, and I'm beyond grateful for the opportunity to speak here tonight. Standing here today feels surreal, mostly because the year 2026 always felt like something so far away, something that would happen eventually, but not anytime soon. Before anything, I want to take a moment to recognize each and every person who helped us in achieving this milestone. They pushed us, supported us, and believed in us when we didn't always make it easy for them. Knowing my class especially, this must have required a lot of patience, so thank you. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the loved ones who are not here with us today, whether because of distance or because they are sadly no longer with us, and let us imagine them here in the stands tonight, as they are always with us in spirit. Their influence makes up a huge part of who we are, and moments like this truly do belong to them too. There's a word I would like to center my speech around tonight, one typically not seen in textbooks or exams, one many of you may not know. The word is sonder. Sonder is the realization that every person around you is living a life just as vivid and as complex as your own. Every person you pass in the hallway, every person you see at the store, every classmate sitting next to you right now. Each of them is the center of their own story. We walked into the high school as clueless freshmen, trying to figure everything out. We worried about schedules, due dates, lunch tables, and if Dr. Middle's class was truly on the 3rd floor, like a kind senior told me on my first day. For context, there is no 3rd floor in the high school. Don't worry, I made sure to tell another clueless freshman this year it was actually on the 4th. But somewhere between the first day nerves, the late night studying, the energy drinks, the friendships, and the countless mistakes that forced us to grow, we slowly but surely became the people sitting here today. And if high school taught us anything, it is that Sonder is not just an idea. It is something we experience every day without even realizing it. The person you were mad at for not completing their part of the group project was dealing with unimaginable expectations and pressures at home. The friends you laughed with in the hallways were putting up facades as they fought silent battles you will never be able to see. The teachers who showed up ready to teach every day had their own lives and challenges beyond the classrooms and still managed to answer the question, is this going to be on the test 100 times a day? The more you start to recognize this, the more your world changes. You become more patient, more curious about the experiences around you, and more aware that everyone is carrying a story you may never fully understand. As we move on and step into a world that can feel divided, loud, and quick to judge, it is easier to forget Sonder, easier to see people as opinions instead of stories. But empathy does not mean avoiding disagreement. Kindness does not mean giving up what you believe in. In fact, the real challenge is learning how to balance both, to stand firmly to your values while still recognizing the complexity of the people around you, to believe strongly what is right while still giving grace to others. I will admit, I did something that probably wouldn't surprise anyone here. I asked my beloved ChatGPT for help. It gave me lots of suggestions for themes for the class of 2026, dramatic quotes about the future, and to make sure to end with the words, "We are the leaders of tomorrow." But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something. The story of the class of 2026 is not something an algorithm can write. It is the teachers who challenged us when we need it, the friends who supported us when things felt overwhelming, the everyday moments that shaped us into the people we are becoming. These moments are real, and they matter more than any so-called perfect AI-generated quote. So as we leave here today, none of us know exactly where life will take us. Some of us will travel far, some will stay close to home, some will follow plans we've had for years, and some will discover completely new ones. But wherever we go, we will all be faced with the exact same choice: to move through the world without noticing the people around us, or to recognize that every person we meet is carrying a story just as important as our own. To stay silent when something feels wrong, or to stand up for what we believe in while still treating others with dignity and respect. So class of 2026, I hope we remember to stay curious about the lives of others, to lead with empathy even when it is difficult, and to stand firmly for what you believe in without forgetting the humanity of the people around us. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026. Please join me in welcoming Paige Decloa to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Paige Decloa, and I'm honored to speak with you all tonight. One thing I've learned, mostly because of the people I'm with today, is my definition of personal achievement. A few years ago, I probably could have stood on a stage like this and told you that I was most proud of receiving honor roll, winning a championship soccer game, or earning a medal at a track meet. I thought pride only came from achievements you could list, or things that you could tangibly measure. And those accomplishments matter. They take discipline and hard work, but somewhere between bus rides home from games, group projects, hard practices, and late-night studying, my own definition of success and personal achievement shifted. I realized the moments that impacted me the most were not about test grades or sports. They were much smaller, quieter things. The pit in my stomach after a bad test, or being the reason the other team scored on us, never lasted as long as the feeling of thinking I might have hurt someone's feelings. I began asking myself different questions, and my mindset shifted. Did I make sure everyone had a group to do the project with? Did I smile at someone who looked like they were having a rough day? Did I make time to listen when a friend needed it? I did not always succeed, but I began to measure myself and my feeling of personal accomplishment by these moments instead of just superficial awards and wins. When walking through the school hallways, it's common to hear people talk about how they hope to get a good grade or have a good rehearsal after school, but it's rare to hear someone say that they hope to be a good friend or make someone else smile today. I remember coming home upset about an SAT score or frustrated after a game, and my mom was always able to gently shift my perspective. She never talked about grades or sports or numbers. She reminded me that she was proud of the way I treated people, that kindness and respect were things that no score report could measure and no one could ever take away. It's easy, especially in our generation, to define ourselves by titles, to reduce ourselves and each other to our GPA, follower count, sports records, SAT scores, or even times and mile split. It's easy to turn people into. We must strive to be better because we are so. But we are so much more than numbers or a title or an accomplishment. In our future, straight A's won't guarantee belonging. A WPIAL win won't guarantee future friendships, but kindness, integrity, and respect will. The discipline we learn from studying late and the teamwork we build at practice, those are the things that matter because they shape who we are. As we graduate from South Fayette and are thrown into new places with new people, our resumes might open doors, our accomplishments may start conversations, but our character will make people stay. Years from now, we won't remember every grade, every game won or lost, but people will remember how we made them feel, and that impact lasts forever. So as we move forward, I hope we chase success, but not just the kind you can measure. I hope we chase the kind that makes someone else's day a little brighter. I hope we chase the immeasurable. I would like to end today with my favorite quote from Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Thank you, and make someone smile today. At this time, please join me in welcoming Zion Kareem to the podium.
Good evening, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2026. My name is Zion Kareem, and it is both an honor and a privilege to speak before you all tonight. As one of my favorite artists, Frank Ocean, once said, "I ain't a kid no more. We'll never be those kids again." And as much as it hurts, it's true. Things just change. I've attended South Fayette my entire life. I've lived in the same house since I was 4. I've known most of my friends since preschool. And I've repeated the same 8 outfits the entire school year. So if you can't tell, change is the last thing I'm ready for. But something I've come to realize is how much we've already changed without even knowing. 4 years ago, many of us walked into this building as nervous freshmen who had no idea what high school would actually be like. We were worried about finding the right classroom, nervous about remembering our locker combination, and unsure of where we fit. But somewhere along the blur of the last 1,460 days, the hallways that once felt intimidating became familiar. The teachers who once felt strict became mentors. The classmates we barely knew slowly became friends, teammates, lab partners, and the people who helped make these 4 years unforgettable. We're not the same kids who started high school. We've been shaped by our failures and humbled by our mistakes. We've grown in ways we didn't ask for, and sometimes in ways we didn't expect. So, I guess Frank is right. We'll never be those kids again. But I think that might be the most beautiful part of all of this. Tonight isn't about saying goodbye to who we were. It's about saying hello to who we're becoming. Which leads me to a crucial question. Who are we becoming? I think many of us may be feeling something we didn't expect tonight. We spent years telling ourselves, once I get that acceptance letter, once I walk across that stage, then I'll be fulfilled, then I'll have made it. But now that we're here, that is most definitely not the case. Psychologists call this the arrival fallacy, the mistaken belief that achieving a significant life goal will result in lasting happiness and fulfillment. So, if tonight feels a little more bittersweet than triumphant, if the applause feels a little surreal, if part of you is wondering, is this it? You're not alone. That feeling just means the best chapters of our story are yet to be written. But where does that fulfillment come from then? Well, I don't have a quote for this one from a person much smarter than me, but I personally believe that fulfillment comes from 4 things. Dedication to your faith, a loving family, friends of virtue, and the person you become moving forward. While I can't exactly help you with the first 3, the last one is equally as important. In a sense, we are still just kids. High school is only 5% of the average person's life. All of the memories, experiences, and challenges of the last 4 years encapsulates a mere fraction of what's to come. And as we step into the uncertainty that lies beyond this 5%, there will be a million doors that open for us. There will be opportunities we can't even imagine yet, new passions we haven't discovered, new people who will challenge and inspire us. And somewhere along the way, each of us will feel it. That lingering voice telling us to take the risk, to go study a semester abroad in Spain, to apply to that prestigious internship everyone is saying is impossible, to start that business with our best friend, to tell someone how we really feel, to do all of these uncomfortable things that we keep putting off because the timing isn't right. The timing will never feel right, but we still have to do these things because the fulfillment we are all chasing comes from growth, and growth is discomfort. It is inevitable that we will fail, that we will fall over and over and over again. But I would much rather have died trying than to have given up on something I thought about every day. And there will be days where you don't feel motivated at all, when you feel like you had been better off without ever even trying. What matters in these moments is who you choose to be anyway. The person who keeps going, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, even when it's inconvenient. Because fulfillment isn't created in one big moment. It's built in the small decisions that you make every single day. And remember this, we owe those decisions to ourselves, to the kids that walk across this stage tonight. So, whenever you're thinking back to the question of who you are becoming, recall that kid you are today. Live your life moving forward, knowing that one day, when you're all old and wrinkly, you will look that kid in the mirror and know you've made them proud. And maybe, just maybe, I might have proved Frank wrong. Not entirely, because yes, we will change, we will grow, we will become people our freshman selves wouldn't even recognize. But the kid you are tonight, you never fully leave them behind. You carry them with you into every room you walk into, every decision you make, every dream you refuse to let go of. I'd like to thank you all, class of 2026, for an unforgettable 5%. Now let's go and make that kid proud. It is my honor to welcome Marley Fubrooks.
Good evening. My name is Marley Fubrooks, and I was asked to introduce the 2026 graduation speaker, Mr. Sean McCardle. Mr. McCardle is the kind of teacher that every high school student appreciates. He is kind, empathetic, and understanding of just how difficult high school can sometimes be. He cares about his students not just inside the four walls of his classroom, but also about what is going on in all of our lives outside of school. He listens to even the silliest of stories with complete attention. Having a teacher who makes you feel valued in school is truly invaluable, and we are lucky to have someone like Mr. McCardle. Although he may be a little bit quirky, he is always there for his students. Whether you don't understand economics or you need advice on how to fight a speeding ticket, he always seems to have a story that applies to any situation, and I'm sure he'll even share one with you tonight. Please welcome me in joining Mr. McCardle.
Thank you, Marley, for those kind words. I will try to avoid speeding tickets and the law enforcement for the near future. In thinking about a theme for this speech, the idea of a story kept coming to mind. In elementary school, I was asked to write a story for a contest. For those that know me, yes, it did involve aliens. This led me to consider thinking about becoming an author when I grew up. While I did not become the next Arthur C. Clarke, looking back, it is clear that we are all authors of our own stories. We are characters in each other's lives, and each of our stories is unlike any other. If you view life as an author writing a story, you'll realize that at any moment, you can change the story. You can shift in a new, different, or better direction. It's yours to write any way you want. So how might you write this story? First, consider the stories we tell ourselves. Does the encouraging or discouraging voice have more weight in your head? Do you focus on lessons learned or failures? Our stories take turns. There are twists, some that are welcome and some that are challenging. How we choose to write the next chapter, though, is up to us. You have the power to make that decision. It will take effort or the help of others, but you can choose hope over worry, opportunity over loss. You can translate the meaning of your experiences into a positive light. You can laugh at yourself for making a mistake, yet still learn something from that experience. Consequently, you will develop a mindset that leads your story to personal growth and advancement. I've seen this approach firsthand from this class. While attending the DC trip last year, we got soaked during a 5-minute monsoon at the Vietnam War Memorial. Instead of whining about being wet, everyone finished Uracy's 2.5-mile March of the Monuments with the mindset, the rain cooled us off. Second, consider the characters in our stories. We are provided with some characters, and we choose to let others in. These characters come in many forms. I'd like to highlight the types of characters you should let into your stories. First, there are the masters of engagement, students who ate every lesson and left no crumbs. These students organize others and participate for the benefit of the group. They are first to participate in class. They help calm their overwhelmed peers. They guide an aggravated student who proclaims, "Mr. Ricardo, I just can't do this." There are the grinders, students who slay any work thrown at them. These students wholeheartedly tackle problems with precision and accuracy. They finish an assignment for one class and jump right to the next set of work. They balance schedules between school and work and clubs and sports, all while producing stellar work. They show up early, seek extra help, and create detailed plans. They redirect their partner from a discussion about prom dresses back to the task at hand. There are the masters of focus, the locked-in students, who give their full attention to anyone speaking. These students have excellent eye contact and always pay attention during a lecture or conversation. You feel heard when interacting with them. Their smile is confirmation that you actually pulled off a joke. They pause, reflect, and question to produce the highest quality work. At this time, I interrupt this collection of characters to bring you an ad from one of our sponsors. Having trouble with your drive? Stuck in the sand trap? Does your equipment look better than your game? Then you need Front 9, the stylish, breathable polos that are sure to improve your golf game. A hole-in-one is guaranteed. Back to our characters. There are the friendlies, students with an aura that has been fully farmed, whose smile, warmth, and positivity welcome anyone into their circle. These students are constantly smiling and always appear happy. Their positivity is contagious. A teacher knows these students even if they don't have them in class. They coordinate group pictures, often with some kind of theme or facial expression. They say thank you when leaving class. They laugh in any situation, even after missing a pop fly during a holiday kickball game. You don't take offense when they suggest that you and Mr. T. Smith together look like Bert and Ernie. They blurt out words like skibbity or huzzah for no reason. They say, "You're my favorite teacher," just before they say the same thing to Mr. Salvucci, Mr. Flannery, Mrs. Scott, or Mr. Fraser as they walk past. There are the masters of organized chaos, a group that hits different, whose personalities bring fun, humor, and unpredictability to any situation. You know when one of these students walks in the room. Their thoughts, opinions, and concerns are known to everyone. You likely know more about them than you ever asked. This might include about how unfair it is that they got a speeding ticket, or how their parking space is covered by a 20-foot snow mound. They will loudly and boldly defend their side of a questionable ethical argument. If they struggle on a test, they will have some choice words to say after. You'll learn about their waitress job and how they struggled to get the orders right. They will celebrate unrecognized events, like my half birthday on March 6th, with temporary tattoos of my face and a custom cake. Special thanks to my Period 3 crew for that surprise. There are the lead characters, students might call the main characters, whose commitment, integrity, and leadership inspires others. These students are self-motivated, responsible, disciplined, and on top of all of that, kind and generous people. They shift the stories of others in a better direction. I've seen these lean characters in action. Teachers, administrators, and peers look to these students for guidance. They successfully manage huge school events. Sometimes delicately, sometimes with tough love, they handle that student in the group who thinks he has all the right answers, but truly needs some redirection. The third and final aspect to consider for your story is where your story takes place. Where does this all come from? I tell my students on the first day of economics that the world around us does not just magically appear. It is the product of countless stories that came before us. As it turns out, when you write your best possible story, you improve the stories of others. Our stories are all interconnected. Your graduation today is a dream in the story of the proud people in the stands. It is a major accomplishment, a major event in your life. By graduating, you have made your lives better. You have made your family's lives better, and you have made this world better. But this is not the end of your story. There are many more chapters to write, many more exciting details to develop. Thank you, class of 2026, for making my story so much better. Now go out and write the best story you can.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCardle. Dr. Miller, members of our Board of School Directors, I am proud to certify that the members of our class of 2026 seated before you who are receiving their diplomas this evening have met all graduation requirements of the South Fayette Township School District and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it is my privilege to attest that those students have met such requirements and upon receipt of their diploma will have officially graduated from South Fayette High School this 5th day of June 2026.
Mr. Gray, it is our honor to now present to you the official roll for our South Fayette class of 2026 for the presentation of their diplomas.
Ryan Christopher Abbott. Adam Abdul Fattah. Jocelyn Delilah Adams. Hannah Ajay. Ali Mohammed Aladawi. Prakya Alwal. Pratik Alwal. Nikhil Paul Amoraj. Anya Sanjay Angadi. Gregory Edward Ank. Jake Matthew Artman. Colton Anthony Astorino. Meridina Ataibakova. Emma Avdajic. McKenna Grace Axel. Rashil Bajaj. Tyler Charles Ballard. Bradley Michael Bauman. Sophia Grace Baumgartner. Charlotte Mary Beck. Ralph Lesher Belford VI. Camille Reese Berg. Thwacia Bott. Sydney Elizabeth Bidnost. Riley Carter Binion. Samuel James Bishop. Reese Cole Bohinski. Olivia Rose Benacki. Rocco Charles Bovalino. Samantha Grace Boyko. Gabriel Alexander Brown. Angelina Rose Brusco. Cody David Bungert. Leighton Olivia Burleson. Riley Jean Camden Bignall. Cody James Campbell. Raina Lynn Campbell. Rylan Jack Carney. Ashlyn Jennifer Carpenter. Nathan Christopher Catola. Josie Lynn Marie Chadesh. Ishan Shashikant Chahande. Pranitha Pradeep Chakangal. Anthony Marchual Braden Charles. Arnav Chattervedi. Rashmita Silasya Cheka. Robert Owen Chapetta. Grant William Childs. Alex Morgan Sioka. Colton Paul Clardy. Lindsay Juliana Cole. Mackenzie May Concannon. Sarayu Kunamamani. Cameron Corio. Catherine Karen Corwin. Delaney Shiloh Cox. Skylar Nicole Krybilski. Aaron Lee Culp. Bailey Isabella Cunningham. Naomi Blanche D'Souza. Kavi Darshan Dave. Nora Diane Davidovich. Evan James Dawson. Aslyn Marie Dean. Paige Michaela Declois. Brock Wayne Dennison. Mia Bella Duramo. Adeline Jinglei DeWitt. Madeline Claire Dick. Cameron John Deal. Nina Ann DiMartini. Ariana Julia Dobler. Hayden Michael Downs. Ava Marie Dranikowski. Miles Henry Duchess. Emma Jean Early. Jesse James Edwards. Emma Rose Ferrari. Natalia Ray Fittipaldo. Ryan James Flaherty. Luke Augustus Fleming. Aubrey Jane Forrester. Samuel Julian Fowler. Marley Ann Few Brooks. Maria Teresa Gabriel. McKenna Lee Galish. Mallory Ann Gibson. Luca Ann Giganti. Luke Michael Gillen. Haley Jean Goforth.
Donovan Lee Goins. Sandilya Dwajesh Gunugunta. Dilsher Singh Goraya. Mason John Green. Soliel Turdo Green. Dakota Haley Lynn Gritz Gilbert. Milan Richard Gupta. Kendall McAllen Hammer. Julius James Harvey. Ryan Scott Hebert. Derek Joseph Highstand. Nathan John Henderson. Connor Jeffrey Heiser. Frankie William Hoover. Aiden Kent Howard. Jillian Nicole Herbanek. Matthew Lewis Eichert. Vedika Dhruv Jani. Camden Avery Johnson. Benjamin Avery Jones. Chandin Jularu. Isaac Allen Jutka. Zion Zakir Karim. Alexa Marie Kerrigan. Alim Khan Habibullah. Muhammad Khalil. Pari Bharat Kumar Khunt. John Bradley Kerner. Macy Ann Kerner. Gabriella Ann Kuzinski. Ashley Lynn Krofchek. Sanika Amit Kulkarni. Neil Kumar. Haley Jean Lamondi. Justin Paul Lau. Addison Elizabeth Lauer. Noah Daniel Lausch. Christopher Matthew Saiwan Lee. Emma Armenti Leach. Antonella Gia Leone. Juliet Claire LaRue. Quinn Francois LaRue. Peter Lucenzo Leventis. Jacob Patrick Levisser. Catherine Marie Leah. Logan Ronald Liberator. Mikhail Lebanov. Xinyu Liu. Griffin Robert Lukanich. Yuhan Liu. Brooke Lynn Melky. Dan Mano. Avnish Manthena. Anthony Joseph Mantic. Jesse Lee Harrison Marple. Xander Oleg Marzalik. Delaney Jane Martinsik. Winston Michael Martini. Gavin Carlisle McCarty. Marissa Ann McClintock. Ava Elizabeth McLucky. Abdul Samad Mir. Aisha Mehta. Arnav Mehta. Riley Vida Mendenhall. Bryn Rylan May. Addison Noel Milharsik. Gwen Catherine Miller. Eli Albert Mitnick. Tyler John Mizia. Farkunda Mohammadi. Farzana Mohammadi. Muhammad Arman Mohammadi. Maya Eleanor Moss. Julia Marie Munkitrick. Anthony Michael Morocco. Anya Naveen Musalgavkar. Davlat Lokbekovich Musayev. Amvi Hanish Natkarni. Brady Patrick Newman. Noah Andrew Nicholas. Michael James Odo. Ryan Lynn Oldecker. Darinka Gail Turbovich Alexa. Brady Crawford Onda. Savannah Lee Opaska. Lily Elizabeth Oravis. Mackenzie Rose Owens. Tejas Palukuri.
Divya Paluri. Navya Paluri. Arya Pamecha. Rohan Paranjape. Mohit Parmar. Anvi Patel. Anutej Reddy Pasara. Taylor Leanne Peters. Liston Brooks Pettit. Ni Ka Pham. Olivia Lynn Phillips. Sravya Prabhakaran. Leah Zeta Patetti. Abby Scarlett Poe. Ishan Sai Palametla. Bailey Pollock. Yashna Praveen Kumar. Allison Marie Puhatch. Chesa Rena Pusateri. Madison Ann Ray. Olivia Rose Ramsey. J. Dave Reddy. Alexander Paul Rank. Tyler Zoltan Ring. Braden Daniel Roberts. Manile Romaisa. Camila Maria Costa Rondon. Sean Moore Rowland. Sophia Catherine Rush. Malek Saeed. Zaisha Shah. Manor Sajad. Christian Matthew Sammons. Ayush Sandesh. Balsanta Sapkota. Anthony William Sarkis. Brendan James Sarver. Caroline Sophia Sattler. Bennett Robert Scheel. Lana Teen Skiro. Brenna Diane Schmitz. Michaela Jolie Schuler. Raymond Jacob Schuler. Delaney Jane Shoemaker. Kaylee Renee Cito. Madeline Amara Shelton. Lily Ray Shuey. Ria Sijo. Sanvi Singh. Annabelle Elizabeth Snyder. Nathaniel Scott Snyder. Taylor Nicole Solomon. Daniel Patrick Specka. Gabriel Paquin Specka. Ryan Hunter Spear. Varun Sriharish. Jackson Troy Stevens. Braden Noel Stites. Madeline Joanne Stock. Boaz Dennis Stover. Lyric Lindy's Nicole Stubbs. Lila Jane Taryn. Lana Marie Thomas. Caitlin Marissa Thompson. Braden Joseph Tiley. Addison Ann Tingler. Hannah Elizabeth Tracy. Ella Grace Trahal. Kirstiana Michaela Trimber. Izada Turatova. Mubina Turganova. Ansh Yukani. Sarah Bay Upchurch. Noah George Urso. Cameron Noel Valentino. Laya Valingari. Santino Francesco Vezio. Adelie Luca Vieira. Kevin Wang. Drew Michael Wilhorski. Cole Brian Wessner. Quentin White Jr. Benjamin Robert Willie. Nathaniel James Willie. Tyson Elliott Wright. Thaddeus Joshua Yanosko. Preston Edward Yater. Hannah Elizabeth Ye. Milana Ryan Zadalochenko. Maximus James Zuckett.
Would everyone please rise and join in the singing of the South Fayette Alma Mater?
Children all cherish thy name, for the good thou hast done, for each victory we've won. Alma mater, to thee all thy fame. Dear old High, thou hast served us so well. All thy virtues we now
At this time, it is my honor and privilege to ask all of my fellow classmates to please stand and join me in the ceremonious turning of the tassels from right to left, symbolizing our graduation from high school.
It is my pleasure to introduce, for the very first time, the newest alumni of South Fayette High School, the graduates of the class of 2026.